Hello, everybody. I'm Rick, the game director on Mowing Simulator 2, and I'm joined today by John, our senior producer.
Hi there. Good
Oh.
to meet you all.
Yeah. So we'll just make sure that all our audio levels are good. So if anyone that's watching can let us know if it all sounds okay and you can hear us clearly. We did one of these a few months back, and unfortunately, the recording of the session was corrupted, so we couldn't upload it. So we thought we would have a go at another one and see if we can do a bit better this time. What I'm going to show you today as well, so you get a bit of a glimpse into active game dev. This what you're going to be seeing today is the nightly build. This is the most up-to-date version of Mowing Simulator we've got. So this is an in development build. This isn't a super polished presentation. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically show you me completing a contract that's got ground check, weed clearance, leaves, and mowing all in place. And I'm going to try and do some nice lines / stripes in the grass as well to show off the updates we've made to the grass tech since the Next Fest demo. So let's start off by just having a quick look around. I'm going to go first person, that's why I prefer it. So yeah, let us know if this is coming through okay with the streaming. Please.
Did you mention we're on the bleeding edge here?
Yes. So yeah, I should just to reiterate, we are on basically the absolute latest. So you can see the grass has been bent a bit weirdly there. That's just because we haven't fully updated these assets yet. They'll be much nicer when the game comes out. We'll do a quick whip through of this. People are ready to clean the garden more. Looking for another 2. Try and find them now before I find them with my mower's blades later on. There's one. And
do these spawn randomly?
They do. Yeah, so we have a selection of ground check objects, and they are kind of themed on what the property is, and they can literally spawn absolutely at any point on the grass. Will always be on the grass at least, but yes, they can spawn absolutely anywhere. So I think I'm going to do some leaf blowing first. We'll get the tarp in place. Let's start that. We'll use the Stever blower. See, we've updated our tarp visuals a little bit to a bit nicer as well. Sucked into the middle. Now, we don't have game audio on. Is the audio okay for me? So we can't have audio on the TV here. Screen. It is. In the UK, not so much at the minute. We're having quite a drought and a heat wave. The grass isn't really growing, so the only way you can mow in the UK at the minute is virtually. So.
Say it's slightly too hot to mow, however
that's a good point, yeah. It's too long. lot of the grass in the UK does effectively look like straw. Since the demo as well, we've been updating the leaf physics, so they are getting more controllable now. Which is a nice, natural movement, especially top, which looks way more satisfying. We will at some point be updating the demo when it's the right time to, so before the game launches you will be able to have a go at some of these updates yourself. So let's do this stripping now. So one thing we've been doing with the streaming and all the weed placement is we're trying to create sort of islands of gameplay, so it's no fun just sort of cutting a single weed and then walking along another one. So we've tried to sort of group them together into what we kind of term in islands of gameplay, just so you've actually got a bit more to do with each location when you get there, get a bit more satisfying, cleaner visual after you've done your work. So a good example of that back here. On this patio that's incredibly overgrown, but once you've done your work to get rid of the weeds, you start to get that really nice, satisfying, clean visual, showing you really visually easily the good work you've done. Yeah, we're all excited for you all to get hold of it. Effectively, we've been working on this for a while now. A lot of effort we've got into it from quite a small team. We are a massive team, and for the first time ever, we're self-publishing as well. So we've been having to figure out how to do all the marketing and things like this. So yeah, we've got a team that's been trying to do an awful lot to get this game out for you all to play and to a great quality, so you can all be able to enjoy it and have a nice relaxing time playing the game, chilling out, playing at your own pace. Don't know if we're hiring at the minute, but not too long till you can get your hands on it.
That feeds into another question that we've got on Discord. How much is it going to cost?
It's a good question. So I can't say the exact number right now because I'm not sure how it translates to each different location. But it's going to launch at a price around the same as Mowing Simulator 1 did. So we're not going to be super expensive. We're not going to be asking $70 for the game or anything like that. So yeah, it'll be nice and affordable. Similar costs to what Mowing Simulator 1 was when that launched some 5 years ago now, I think.
I mean, going off the back of that, we'll hear that in a minute, but
Yes.
So do we.
Yes, we are going to make sure of that, at least, because nobody in the games industry really wants to launch anything around that time, because we all have a sneaking suspicion everyone's going to be a little bit busy in a certain price city, which we're looking forward to as well.
Yeah. You've also said that be available to
that's something we've not planned at the minute, but if people feel that they really like it, we can look into it. Like I said, we we are doing this all ourselves. We don't have any big publisher helping us out, so we're doing it all with the team that we've got, and the team doing an amazing job. So we can definitely look into the logistics of that and see whether we can or not. I can't promise it. I don't want to get people's hopes up and then just let them down. But yeah, we will look into it in the back end and see if that's possible. You might have to adhere to all of like the platform TRCs and XRs and stuff like that the platform holders. Right. I've done all of the weeds, which is one of my favourite bits. I think that's all good.
Oh, okay. Apparently they can't hear us talking when we're using the equipment. You can only hear the strimmer or blower.
Right, well that's awkward.
What we'll do is we'll just adjust the volumes quickly and drop the gameplay volume. In fact, we could do it in game.
We could.
So
should.
Let's just quickly go to our settings and drop the master volume. Next one. There we are.
I'll try it 4.
Yeah, we'll give that a go. Let us know if you can hear us or if the gameplay is too quiet as well.
So here's a test then. Can people now hear me over the sound of this? Could have been a grass on here, ready for my lawnmower.
At the same time, the brewery said, from what I see, you seem to be using a controller. So will the game be optimized for using gamepads?
Yes, it will. I am using a controller. It's my preferred option. But on Steam, it will be optimized for pads and mouse and keyboard, so that players can use whichever one they want. And on Steam, they can quickly swap between either as well. I often find myself using first person walking around on mouse and keyboard, and then when I'm driving, I just pick up the pad next to me and use that instead. Alright, so I'm going to take the Sky Turf Tiger for a ride this time. A favourite of quite a few people from the first game. I'm going to see if I can do some sort of striping.
Has also said this map looks amazing.
Yes, it does. It's really nice. So this is Osmanthus Street, I believe, or Avenue. Cool. We're getting the thumbs up that you can hear us now over the audio of the equipment. So brilliant. So this was named by one of our Kickstarter backers. It's got 3 properties on it that you'll be able to cut. There's the neighbours' houses over there. Quite a nice tranquil location out in the pine forest. And I think the level designer and artist have done a great job on this one. Let's get to about 3-inch. Okay, so there's a thank you information box. So we do have grass clippings. They are not the final artwork. As I say, you are seeing in development build right here. This is not the final build. Let's regret this later. Yes. So you can see there the new deformation that we've added since the demo. The tyre marks are now left in the grass, so that you can do your own version of striping. It's kind of sandbox where it's basically up to you. If you want to do striping, you can. You don't have to do a specific pattern or anything like that, at least not yet, not launch. The players that really want to try and leave some nice stripes, they definitely can. I'm going to hate trying to do this for the entire level. I've started it now, so we'll see how far we get. Just wanted to show people what you can do, a little bit of thought and timing. I may go quiet and lose myself in this, but you might enjoy. Yeah, and we are still working on that. So we just put an update in just the other day where they now behave much nicer. They've got much better drag, so they drop off the distance much more like you would expect. Real world leads to, yeah. There was a bit of a bug, yes, where you could fire leaves a good 100, which is not in the game today. That's game dev for you. Nothing ever goes in perfect first time. Interesting to know. I see everyone's watching it on Steam, but which as their preferred platforms they're going to get the game on. You know, that a lot of I believe on the first game is almost equally split across Steam, PlayStation, and Xbox. Almost literally a third down the line for all of them. So it's good to know which platforms people are. I will come back to that grass on there. Questions that people have asked in the Discord and sorry, that's
well, the Guru said it's a great evolution, but I don't understand.
So I'm trying to leave a fun pattern basically. No, it's not the most efficient, but for me, visuals are king on this. So I could just be doing normal strides back and forth. That I thought I'd try and show off that with a little bit of patience from people, the system that's there, they can actually come up with some interesting patterns. The more time they spend on it, the more skill they get.
Just think so. What do you guys change? What did you guys change with the grass? Way better than what you wanted. Then follow that up.
No, this is literally, we use this pun a lot, this is from the ground up rebuilt grass. So the grass in LMS1 was great, but technology's moved on since then of what we can do in terms of what Unity is capable of and what we've learned from that first game. So yeah, this is a whole new type of grass tech. Let's see if I can show off, where it's got purpose-built grass assets and a heck of a lot. So I don't know how many there is up here, but probably getting towards a million individual assets across this grass. We've also put a system in where the height of the grass is much more obvious, so we can actually do mounds. We can make certain patchy where it's tall in certain areas and short in certain areas, just so it'll really help players know when they need to slow down to watch their motor load when they see really tall grass coming. So from the ground up, it's been rebuilt. We've got new deformation tech in there as well to like defend it, and also then there has been new lighting as well, because we are on the most up-to-date version of the Unity, so we're using as much of the new tech that was not available in one. So yeah, the grass, we spent a lot of time on the grass, which we should be in a game about the grass primarily, but it's really paid off. We're very proud of it. Everyone who worked on it did an absolutely fantastic job. It's really an excellent new core for the game.
Very really looks impressive.
Yes, take that. Yeah. I like to say it's the best looking video game grass that looks like actual grass. It doesn't look stylized like some games do. They all look beautiful, but we've really gone to try and make a realistic this as well. Whoever said they had no idea what to do with this, then
another question from Discord. Has there been any favourite
There's been a lot of good ones. We especially like to hear which manufacturers you would all love to see in. While we can't get them all in, the more you shout about them, give us a chance to speak to them and say we all want to in this game. Obviously, leaf blowing has been a big thing people wanted for a long time, and we haven't been able to do it in this game. Yeah, there's been a lot over the past few years because you guys have given us quite a lot to understand what you want from the last few years. People have been with us from the start. So yeah, we want to make sure that we are listening to you and your things that you want. Keep posting them because we want to keep making this game afterwards. After launch, to start getting all the features in, and most of the team, well, to be honest, we all want to get big features in. Yeah, we've had many internal conversations about all the content, and we have a tech artist chomping at the bit to make a golf course generator. So that we can have loads of courses with multiple cut lengths that you need to do as well. It's quite, turns out it's quite hard talking all the time and it's not screenshot worthy though. But yeah, you can kind of see from that you can do with a little bit of time. Is it the most optimum? Will you get the best time for the location? Absolutely. Will it look cool? I'm of that mind. I'd be quite happy earning a little bit less, but just enjoying my time during the time. Which is something we're really trying to get into LMS2, where players can kind of tweak the game how they want to. So if you're not too bothered about it being super realistic, you can turn some of the settings off in our simulation depth setting system that we've got. So it really does mean that people can turn the game into the level of complexity that they want. Yeah, this is a tough location for the map I chose. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's some good little hidden Easter eggs in the game as well. Our artists have been hiding some fun little things which won't show on here. People will find them, and finding some of those Easter eggs are tied to trophies and achievements as well. So what we can do though, because the actual cutting deck can reset the grass, and you can, if you make a mistake, you can go over it again and tidy it up, just like people do in real world when they're doing patterns like this. They'll often go over a pattern many times to make sure that it's super clean. Yeah, that'll all be tidied up. We like to hear that. That is exactly what we like to hear. Looking forward to seeing you all play it day one. Yeah, I want to see people's patterns as well. I want people out there to show me up about how good you can do them. So,
another question.
Okay.
So, has there been any changes in development to the implementation of what you see feature in the push mode /
Good question. Push mowers, we've tried and we've thought about it, and we just can't seem to make it work how I think people would want it to work, or to the playability level that we want it to be alongside these. Multiplayer is a great option though. We want to do multiplayer in the future, so we have been making sure that we've been building the game with features that are ready for multiplayer when we can do it. So every feature that we put in is built knowing that in the future we're going to get multiplayer in, and it needs to be compatible with that. So while we can't get some of these features in straight away at launch, we are actively developing in a way that means they can go in later on once we've got the core of the game out and everybody playing at the same time. So the feedback that we've been getting, definitely we've been developing in a way to make sure we can do some of the things that the community want later once we've got the core of the game ready now. Hopefully that answers the question.
In the demo, I saw somebody mode the lead well. Now I see they're left
No, so this is just in progress work. As we're changing systems, some things need updating at different rates. So the mowers will be able to drive over the leaves, and some of them will be destroyed, some of them will be thrown out on the side if it's a side discharge chute, such as this one. We just did the process of updating the system though, so it might not be as obvious in this as it was in the so I'm gonna go off and have a look. You see, it's not my best work, but hopefully it gives everybody a chance to see what the grass deformation tech can do, and the kind of work, if you are more skilled than me, you would be able to do. Kind of a bit of a rubbish Zen garden effect I've gone for. So, yeah.
Nice. Niburi's also just said, I looked into the Steam store to compare the competition in terms of landscape simulation games.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate you looking into that. And didn't find anything as good or as well as LMS1, which is good. And now you're going to be among the best. Only farming simulator seems to offer landscape, but I'm not sure that's really there.
No, I think I think that's really nice to hear as well, that you think we are sort of up there as the best, and we try. We want to always aim for a certain quality level that we feel this game and career deserves. In LMS1, we were kind of starting from absolutely fresh, trying to figure out if a game about mowing lawns could be fun and if people actually wanted to play it. Turns out, thankfully, a lot of people did. But we were kind of limited back then on what we could do, so we just focused on making the grass cutting fun. Now for the sequel, we've learned quite a lot after making the first game, so we can now start to put in more features to make it into a more rounded lawn care garden experience. There's a lot of games out there. I think we strive for a certain quality level that it sounds like people are seeing, which is really nice to hear. Yeah, we do try and make sure that everything's up to the level that we can, and we aim to be trying to get to that quality level of something like Farming Sim, which is just an absolute fantastic simulation game. So yeah, that's always our aim. So it's nice that you think that we are hitting that, and we're one of the best out there for this career. wanted to show people some of these. So we've got these little garden beds here. And this is part of a system that we've added for Mowing Simulator 2. I think some of us were quite surprised by how many hours some people put into Mowing Simulator 1. And we wanted to make a system where sometimes when you revisit a location that you might have cut 5 times, 10 times, it can be a little bit different. So some assets will kind of be added to the garden to remix it a little bit. So this has had some little flower beds put in. The next time you come here, they might not be there. You might come back and there may be an outdoor pool in the center of it, maybe like an above ground pool, or they've put in a new tree, like a little sapling. Maybe there's a new shed been added. That means you've got to cut around a corner differently. So yeah, we've got every location will have like 2 or 3, I believe, different remixes, we're kind of calling them, of layouts, so that it's not the same every single time you come and cut. So you'll have to get here and have a look at what's changed and maybe consider how you might want to cut this differently to the previous times you've cut it.
Interesting comment here. Transfixer just said NVIDIA will add the Steam demo to ice cream. Add the Steam demo to GeForce Now as well. I'm a Mac user and owning an Xbox. So hyped to play around with the game, but can't.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know about that. Maybe we could look at that. Yeah.
So obviously the demo isn't available on console.
No, it's not.
But if you get it on GeForce Now.
Yeah, that would help some people out, wouldn't it, to be able to play it, see, get a taste of it.
We'll look into that.
Yeah.
As well as console demos.
Yes. Keep forgetting that I'm just going quiet and playing the game. It's kind of a good sign, but
it's game audio as well.
Yeah.
Blowing audio isn't the best in terms of
no.
noise, background stuff. Well, some people like
it.
ASMRs.
Yeah. ASMRs. Everyone's got their different things they like.
It's the kind of game I've got on with
Yeah. Good podcaster. Yeah, I'd maybe want some like this cinematic score, maybe a bit of like the Blade Runner soundtrack or something like that. It's a nice synthy cinema score to mow to. Makes it feel more epic. I'm all over the place. Normally I would do a more one at a time job. I would do all of the leaves, all of the weeds, but I thought it best to kind of show off a bit of everything.
I can see you've blown some grass clippings into that tarp.
Yes, I have. So, yes, while the grass clipping models are not final, you can collect them a little bit. As we say, this is in development games. You are seeing the absolute latest here, not a specifically built super perfect marketing build. This is the game as it is. But yeah, you can either blow grass clippings onto the grass where they're just kind of absorbed into it to get rid of them that way, or if it's a heavily like tarmacked area, we've got some car parks that you've got to go and cut near and stuff like that. You can blow them. You can blow little bits of clippings into the tarp as well with the blower. Oh, cool. There's so many things that are broken. I know better than to fire grass clippings into a bed on half like that. Wait for the fact that there's live on screen, and I will tidy it up later. I'm very much a zero turn for life kind of a mower player. I'm wondering what people are out there that have played the first one, what they want to favourite mowers, types to play, or if you do this for real, like what actual mower have you got? Welcome having more people, but yeah, it's not something we need to do, I don't think. Yes.
Such a big mower.
Yeah, it seemed like a good idea at the time. I could do better. I did, yes. We drove this exact Surf Tiger, yes. Some amazing support from Skyhook and a supplier in the UK who allowed us to drive the mowers around. Basically gave us access to a massive field, loads of grass to cut, full tank of petrol, and just said, there you go, got it all day. We were in this field for about 7 hours, driving it around, strapping. I think at one point we had maybe 8 different microphones either attached to it or pointing at it. But yeah, we did all get a chance to drive the Turf Tiger and the Patriot, and the same for Steger and Rotor mowers as well. We've had great days of help from the manufacturers gain access to their kit. Before it properly. They are probably the best days of game dev. When you get to just go into a field and get given a zero turn or a tractor to ride around all day. Yeah, that's a pretty good day of game development.
Very said. One day, if possible, would be done as close to as possible. So, but I'm thinking for us making video as close to a professional.
Yeah, so it might not look like it, but I do kind of try and do it like pro, so I would finish this off by going around all the edges to tidy up the bits, going over bits that I messed up and stuff like that. This is quite a complex location, but some videos like that I think would be really cool. It could almost be like ASMR content as well for it. But yeah, I'd be up for maybe do some bits like that. I'd also be up for people in the community as well. If you're a pro and you can show us exactly how to do this, that would be fantastic. It'd be great to see content showing how a real pro would attack such a location in terms of the order that they would cut. Yeah, it is a real skill. I've watched a lot of people do it, and I try and learn from that and put it into practice. May not show in this stream. Yeah, so we can have a little loop. Yeah, so he just tighten up that little edge there. It's something that I know pros do, just to hide where they have to turn around. That's good. We do have floating. There you go.
Floating grass
Game
everywhere.
dev there, everybody. Yeah, I'll stop and admire this. So if the stream's being a bit funny as well, people can get a good shot. And let's turn off.
Stream's looking alright to me.
Nice. Use the debug option to turn off the HUD. That bit does spoil it a little bit. Do we have any other questions or anything from anybody?
Not at this point.
Oh, okay.
Just transfixture saying love it. We're already saying yes, so am I. He's up doing some video. And transfixture again just seems so satisfying. This is you going over it as well,
Yeah.
showing it. We are behind what we can see you do.
Yeah. Can't seem to pick up the streamer again. Game dev.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look into that.
Cool. So, yeah. Hope everyone enjoyed. Oh,
a new question. I know co-op is out of the books for now? Question mark.
Correct. Yes. It's something we would love to do, definitely. And as I said previously, we are building the game so that it could handle co-op. All the systems are built now so that they could handle co-op once we've got the time to implement it. We've moved away from menus a lot, where in LMS1 all the garage and stuff like that was a menu. In LMS2, it's actually a 3D space. So in between contracts, you'd be able to go back to the headquarters with your partner, and they can knock about in there while you're getting the next contracts ready to go out to. And you'd be able to come out and, one person be on the blower and the strimmer, one person on the mower. This is, again, kind of where we've come at the game with the task system, where there's more to do at locations now. So it's much more enjoyable for two people when that happens. Both people will feel like they've got a lot to do in there instead of just the fight for the big zero turn. So yeah, it's something we'd love to do. We definitely know the community wants it. We can see the benefit of it, and we'd like to do it as well. It's just a time and resources thing at the minute, where we are quite a small team, so we've got to prioritize getting the core of the game out to you all so that you can enjoy it, and then we can add features like that later.
He did follow up with, are you still looking into the future, which he just said.
Yeah,
it's something we are considering for the future. We're still looking into it. No guarantees in this space, but we hope we can.
Yes, we do. There's loads that we all want to add to this game. There's more mowers, more locations. We'd love to get really overgrown contracts in there where the grass is like a meter high. I'd quite like to get some form of like actual striping in there where you've got to follow a set pattern if you want to, and you can earn more for doing that. There's all sorts that the team would want, and a lot of it aligns with what the community have already said they want. we do want the same things for a lot of this.
Just realised you've not used Preview.
Oh, yes, I have not. So there we go.
Shows you what you've cut, what you've not, what you need to load.
So every
The
part
reads
of the
as well.
tasks, it's almost like I left that purposeful, isn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't miss it. Each bit that you've not done yet is color coded into a different one, so you can see the weeds show up. You can see the grass flashes that you've not done, and also you can see the leaves as well over there, which have not been tied up. So just to give you
So just satisfying that you've not tidied that down.
do you want this bit here. Okay.
Oh, you don't.
I'll finish off with a little bit of leaf blowing because
Right.
it's been somewhat of a requested feature.
And you've also done all the stripes next to that bit and then left all the leaves.
Yeah.
Content
Many
there.
placements out there. Let's move this. That's pretty smooth. I was a little bit worried about doing that live, but that was okay.
Transfixer said, "Thank you so much for what you did already." And Drew said, "Yeah, it's really great."
Awesome.
They said, "Good work, standing job, especially with this new team."
Thanks. Thank you very much, and thank you for joining us again and getting joining us today, and also sticking with us as we get the sequel. It sounds like they were both players of the first game, so really happy that you're coming with us again for another go at it. There you go. And there's the this is something we're really pushing for, the difference that you can make in this game world, and we think that's a really important aspect where you create order out of chaos effectively, where it looks a mess when you start here, and through your work and diligence you create a much nicer location, and you really get the contrast of a weedy path to a nicely cut one like that. Yeah. Just tidy up this bit, and then maybe we'll call it stream, but we could maybe do one of these another time as well when we're a bit closer to launch, and we can show off the progress again. And we hope that this recording saves okay as well, so we can actually put this up on the Steam store so that people can watch it anytime if they had to duck out or something at the stream or something like that.
Transfixer said, happy to see the highlight improvements as well. So the review of them.
Yes.
Some issues with it in LS1, so improve on that.
Yeah, definitely. We definitely have the new design for it's much better with being color coded, and I think
it's easier to see now.
easier. It's also it works depending on which piece of equipment you are holding. So because I'm holding the blower now, it doesn't highlight the grass that needs to be cut. It highlights the leaves that need to be blown around. If I was on the mower, though, because the mower can interact with both the grass and the leaves, it'll highlight both. So depending on the piece of equipment that you're holding, ProView acts differently to show you the information that you need for that piece of handheld, which is kind of a nice subtle little feature of it there. So it's not giving you information overload that's not useful to you. If you're holding the blower, it'll only give you the information that you need for the blower to complete that task. Loads of little details like that have gone into the design of this one. Learning a lot from that first game. But you okay with how clean the path is now? Is that just much better? Cool. Okay. I'm going to wrap it up there.
Yeah.
Yeah?
So it's smart highlighting notes.
Nice. Cool.
Well, I think that's it.
Excellent. Well, thank you all for joining us. I hope you enjoyed that, getting to see where we're at with development, how much it's come along, and the differences in certain bits of tech since the Next Fest demo, which was a couple of months ago now. And yeah, we will keep you informed. If you follow us on our socials, join our Discord, keep an eye on the Steam page. News will be posted on there about when the game will be launching. We're going to be putting up some new screenshots soon as well, so people can get a more up-to-date look at the game in all of its glory. So yeah, thank you all for coming. I hope you have a great rest of your day wherever you are in the world. And yeah, it's us signing off from Skyhook.